What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's feeling good today. I hope everybody's looking good today. I hope everybody's doing good today. If you haven't already, hit that like, share, subscribe button for me. Join the VSOB Club. Turn on all post notifications. Hit that notification bell for me, guys. But yeah, today is just another day running around, trying to get stuff done. You guys know how that is. Ain't really nothing planned for the day. Nothing, going on that too crazy. We want to kick it with you guys. Go for a ride with you guys today. Next week we're gonna be going back up island, so we're gonna get some highway footage of cutting up on the highway in this car. We're not really cutting up because this car is big for that, but we're gonna get some highway footage. So I'm about to hook y'all back up to the windows. Let's get on a ride. I don't know if we're gonna have a conversation today. We might not. Let's see. Apologies for this dirty window. back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everybody's feeling good. If you didn't already, hit that like, share, subscribe button for me. Turn on all post notifications so when videos drop, you guys are in tune and you're up to date. Today, really just wanted to get into a conversation about how got a little Shelby over there, but how I actually came across how I actually came to buy the Granturismo. Sorry, just a lot going on. But yeah, I wanted to do a video about how I came to buy the Granturismo. If you guys been watching the videos, you guys know I was looking at the F-Type, also a Scat Pack Challenger. There were a few other cars that I wanted. I like the E-Class Coupe. I like, what else was it? Aston Martin Vantage. I like that. I wasn't really looking to spend, an obscene amount of money on a car. I really just wanted something that was. I really wanted something that was sporty, but loud. I'm into loud cars, fast cars, exotic cars, supercars, stuff like that. Always been as a kid. So that's really what I wanted to get before I purchased this. I had an 09 E350 Mercedes with the AMG Sport kit on it in black. That car will be coming to the channel soon enough because I decided I am going to keep it. I'm not going to sell it. There's really no point in selling it because we're not really going to get too much money for it. So I'm going to keep that car. When the snow hits, use that instead of this. So originally I was really looking at the Scat Pack Challengers with the wide body kit. I was very much a fan of that car. It's a loud car. It looks pretty good. So, I originally I was really leaning towards that. The F-Type was second, and the only reason why the F-Type was second was because the F-Type was so small. I am about 6'3" and some change. So, me getting into a car, one of these little cars. Hold on, let me try to put this camera so out. Hold on, guys. So you guys can see how, for me, an F-Type might be a little bit of a problem. And a lot of cars that I like, they're very small. I don't really like go-karting, the go-kart feel, because if you get into a front-end collision, I don't want to guess where that's going to go. I don't want to have to guess that. So, unless, it's a car really for just around town use, and, I'm not really going too far, doing too much driving in it. I don't really like the go-kart feel, just because it feels unsafe. But the F-Type, is smaller than this, so that was essentially, not going to happen. The Scat Pack, Scat Pack has way more room in it, but it's just not exotic. And if you're on Long Island, then there's a bunch of challenges out here. There's a bunch of Hellcats and Scat Packs, and there's a bunch of them. So that was the other thing that turned me off is seeing so many of them around. Sort of similar to like the Porsches out here and the Range Rovers and G-Wagons. You see a ton of them. The Porsches are like, well, this is just they're way too common out here. Everybody and their mother got a 911. And what else was it? Oh, the E-Class. The E-Class coupe my father actually bought, so that kind of like I didn't want it anymore because he had one. So mostly the, that was really it. That was on my list. Then I saw, I don't know what happened, why I Googled something about Maserati Granturismo, Maserati. I don't know why I looked at it, but I happened to just look up a Gran Turismo that was for sale in Jersey, and it was so cheap. It was so cheap. Not cheap. It's not cheap, okay? But relative to where the MSRP is on the car. But I was like, wow, how is that, is this not a scam, but is this like, is this a salvage? Is it a salvage car or something? Because I don't mess with salvage. I haven't messed with a salvage car. Not that I don't, but I never messed with a salvage car. I wouldn't know the first step about doing that. So, I was looking at it. Then I went in the car gurus just like everybody else, and put in Gran Turismo, and I was surprised at the number that I saw. Now, if you ever look up Gran Turismo, it's just such a sliding. The scale is so crazy. You can see a Gran Turismo for sale for $100,000, then go find one for like, an 08 with a ton of miles and probably need some work. But you could find one for probably like 19 to 20,000. So like the scale is so crazy that you're looking like, what is going on here? Like what, And then that's when you dive into the wormhole of Maserati and appreciation and miles and all this other stuff that goes along with it. So of course I did my due diligence, and really looked the car up. Went on Maserati Life. Shout out to the Maserati Life forum. If you're ever looking to buy a Maserati, or you're having, problems with the Maserati that you own, you can definitely find, you can go there and get a lot of help, ton of help. Every issue that the car has, any question that you have about the car, you could probably find it on the forum. So shout out to Maserati Life, because they are very helpful, yeah. So, went on Maserati Life looking, saw I should get a 13, try to get it, 13 or up. I went back and forth with the idea of an MC. I did not have an MC, sport and, all of them, so of course I wanted an MC. Well, I didn't really know if I wanted an MC, I was looking at MCs because they were so close according, in price. A few things I did not like about the MC that I liked with the sport is that you could actually change, the comfort, the dampers in the car, I guess, or, you could change once you press the sport button, it stiffens up, So I like the fact that you could change back and forth, especially for New York roads, because it's terrible, They're just starting to pave the highways now, but they were terrible. They were really, really bad, So, if you want a stiff suspension, you can always just, upgrade the suspension on the car, but you can't go backwards, you know what I mean? So that was the one thing I didn't really like about the MC for New York, is that, it's, driving on these highways, they're terrible. I did like the MC. I do like the rear on the MC. I do think the front on the Sport looks a little bit better. I think it looks a little bit more. I just think it looks a little bit better. The wide body fenders on the MC I love. So I do love the MC. Now here's where it's weird with the MC and the Sport to me, is that I do think that the Sport sounds better than the MC, which is strange, but I think the MC was more of an afterthought, versus the Sport, and the sound, the sound in the MC is a lot more, it's not a lot more, but it's slightly higher pitch, but, I've never heard one scream in public, but I've heard the videos, and the videos, you know, from what I judge off the videos, I do think the Sport does sound better than the MC. I do think the Sport sounds better than the bass, you know. So I think it's like the perfect tone, you know. And like you guys are watching the videos, you know, certain RPMs when we're driving, you know, I love the hum that this car makes, you know. So, hey, you know, maybe I'm biased because I have a Sport and don't have an MC. I'm not sure. I do like the rear on the MC. I think the rear on the MC is that bumper is beautiful. And now you can see, it's funny, you can see, you know, Lamborghini copying it with the, I think it's the Aventador S. It has the pipes coming out the center, you know. And I do believe Ferrari created something too. I can't just think of it off the top of my head for some reason. You know, but yeah, I did talk the MC. The only reason I'll be honest, guys, the only reason I didn't get an MC is because the dealer did not want to come down. It did not want to work with me. You know, had he like worked with me a little bit, and I'm not talking a lot of money, I'm just talking about, you know, let me win, you know, in the deal. If he had let me win in the deal, it wouldn't have been so I was trying to find one close, you know, the close one I found, it didn't want to work with me. I wasn't in love with the color like that. You know, well, I wasn't in love with the spec. It was yellow and red, you know. I like the yellow and I like the red, I just don't like them together. You know, so that one I wasn't really willing to stretch to make it happen because I just wasn't in love with it. About 40,000. So I wasn't in love with it. I love the color of this car. You don't see many cars in this color. So, you know, I do love it. Do I wish I had the extra 20 bumping horsepower? I don't really like the car. I drive on the street. I don't know how much I would feel. Somebody that has an picked the contract up for me, you know, and the guy actually moved the car. So yeah, if you guys need, you know, the shipping companies, it's a little bit anxiety. It might give you some anxiety at first, but you know, it's definitely, once you get it going, it's pretty much seamless and pretty much easy. You know, they had I told the dealership, you know, I had lined up a shipping company. They're gonna, you know, be there at such and such time. You know, approximately And the dealer, the bad thing about it was a snowstorm hit the day that the guy was coming to pick the car up, right? So that night a snowstorm came, so the car was outside. I don't know. I think the car should have been inside. That was the one thing, but it really wouldn't have mattered anyway because the snow was so crazy. Like they showed me that, the guy had videoed, the car when he got there, and the snowstorm was so crazy. Like I was just like, wow. Like even if the car was inside, it was snowing so crazy. As soon as they would have drove it out, the snow would have got on it. So there was no winning there. I would have appreciated if the car was inside though. But I guess they didn't figure it was gonna be that nuts. I don't know. But so they showed me loading the car up, took video. It was actually hard for him to get the car on it. He said because the snow was so crazy and wet. But so yeah. Told me when he picked the car up, as he was getting closer, he would update me, pretty much where he was, how many days it would take him, how many hours, whatever, so, it was pretty much seamless. Once the car gets there, you pay him the rest of the money that you owe, and that was, it's really it. You just, sign some paperwork and you go home. It's not, you stay home, go back inside, wherever, but it's pretty much seamless. I did get an enclosed trailer. There was one other car in there. I guess he got delivered before me because my car was the only one in it, and it was in the front, so which I was happy about, so. Yeah, I would definitely suggest getting an enclosed trailer. And I was definitely, only because you feel a little bit more secure. When your car's not sitting up on one of them high ramps. I thought that was originally what I was going to get first was, that's what I thought I was going to get, was one of those enclosed trailers, that had 4 or 5 cars in there. So they stack them, which I don't really like, because all you need is one of the things to fail and the car is like done. So I wasn't, the idea that didn't thrill me. And the idea of an open trailer where they do the same thing, they stack them, didn't thrill me either. Usually they bring the new cars like that to the new car dealers. So I wasn't really feeling the idea of that, so, I was glad I got the small enclosed one, 2-car one. It was no white trailer, like usually the race cars are brought to the racetracks, and so it worked out, very easily, very seamless. I would definitely do it again. I really don't ever want to go to a dealership again. I like getting cars delivered. This is something I like now. It was very easy. I have nothing bad to say. Now, when I did get the car, there was some, little nicks and stuff like that. That's the only thing I wouldn't, about buying a car out of state, is that you really can't see everything. Unless you fly there, go see the car, and then come back, like, you can't see everything. I didn't fly there. I just looked at pictures, video. Okay, so, the mileage I like, color I like, video looks decent, okay, let's go, Now, it did have some things, like the front had a small little bubble in the paint. The not too many nicks and scratches. There was a scratch, like a small little indent, like very, very, very small, on the right side of the car. Which some of that stuff, like as a dealership, I wish they would disclose. But it's whatever. The mileage really attracted me to the car. The interior color, the outside color, the exterior color, and the service history. It had great service history, so it had great service history. So that's what it really attracted me. But paint wise, like little body things, the bubble in the front. I had the front repainted, the nose, because I had ended up scratching on a pothole, and this is what I'm saying about New York streets. On a pothole, I ended up, it was a really big pothole, and scraping, the front, bottom of the bumper really bad. So I actually had the front just resprayed, and it just, it took care of the bubble. It's no longer there. The car looks fine now in the front, bubble wasn't really that noticeable, but I knew, so I wanted that taken care of ASAP. Now that small little nick on the side, I haven't taken care of that yet. I do want to get that taken care of soon. It's very small and it's not really noticeable, but I know it's there, so it bothers me when I see it, so I do want to have that taken care of. I'm not sure if I want to have the car wrapped. If a wrap will take care of it, and I'll just do a wrap. But I do want to do a wrap in this car to try to save the paint. If it's easy to just paint over it, I might just get it, sand it and paint it, whatever. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. I'm trying to think of anything else. That was pretty much it. I haven't had any issues with it, except for the dead battery, which we think was triggered by the alarm going off, which we believe. I do maybe believe it, but I don't know if it was debris on the car. I don't know if something, because it was raining, if something like a branch fell on the car or something like that, bounced off. I don't know why the alarm went off. The alarm hasn't done that since, so I don't know. The light that I told you guys would come on at 40, I think 40 below. That light's not even coming on anymore after the battery reset. And that light hadn't came on since, it was cold outside before summer hit. So the car has been reliable. Aside from the battery dying, it's been great. And ever since the battery, I charged it back up. I didn't jump it, I charged it. It's been pretty good. So I have no complaints over the car so far. The only complaint that I have is, I wish it just had like 500, 600 horsepower. Other than that, it's fine. And even the 450, 434, whatever the horsepower on this car actually is, okay, it's plenty for the street. This car will get you a ticket. It's definitely fast enough. So that's pretty much it. This really wasn't going to be a driving vlog. It really just about talking about getting the car, how I got the car, getting to the car, getting in the car, and everything that went along with it. Insurance on this car runs me I gotta look at the numbers to see exactly what it is, because I don't want to tell you guys the wrong figure. Yeah, I gotta look it up. I'll do another video on that, insurance on this car. That's probably why you don't see a lot of them rolling, because insurance on this car is expensive. You're definitely Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche GT3, like you're definitely in that kind of category insurance wise, but yeah, I really just wanted to talk about getting the car, shipping the car. Again, I do suggest you get an enclosed trailer. If you can, get a single or a double. One, you'll get your car a lot faster because it doesn't have to do all these other deliveries. That's just how I see it. But yeah, I definitely suggest, Yellowfin, Montway. There's a few of those shipping brokers. So you guys should be patient. Estimate about a few days, couple of days, depending on what time. I did it in the winter, so there's not really a lot of trucks moving around like as many as when it's a little bit warmer outside. So it took me, I think, 2 or 3 days to get a truck, to go pick the car up. But after that, it was pretty much fine. But yeah, if you guys want to buy a car from out of state, don't be scared to. Don't have anxiety. Most dealers now, after after the pandemic, most of them ship now. So, you know, a lot of dealers will arrange it. The dealer I bought it from didn't, you know, he didn't want to do that. Whatever. That was their policy. They didn't ship cars. So, you know, I had to arrange it. But if you have to arrange it, don't panic. Don't get anxiety. You know, if you have an issue, you want to ship a car and you want to learn a little bit more about it, put it in the comments. I'll tell you what I can and what I know. You know, nothing more. But I'll try to help best I can. But it's definitely not the hardest process. Looking back now, it's pretty much easy. So definitely don't be afraid to buy a car out of state. And ship it to yourself. It's actually a good feeling once it gets there. It's like, you got a humongous, big Amazon package. You know what I mean? So, it feels like Christmas. So don't be afraid to do it. It's actually a little bit better of a feeling than going to the dealer, I will admit. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about in this video. Just shipping the car, getting the car and the whole process. So yeah, trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover. Oh, if you are buying a car from out of state, definitely pay attention to the state's laws that you're buying the car in, because a lot of states are different. Like Massachusetts is different. A lot of these states, I forgot the other one, I think Virginia, West Virginia, one of them, they have some different laws on, being able to either drive off the lot, insure a car, and all this other stuff. Some things you have to go about a different way. So I would be, just be wary of that. In certain states, the laws are different, so yeah, that's pretty much it. But if you guys have any questions about it, put it in the comment section. If you haven't already, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Join the VSLP Club. Turn on that notification bell for me, and subscribe for me, guys. But yeah, any questions about that kind of stuff, or the car, put it in the comment section. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. All right. Yeah, as I was saying, I was looking at a Scat Pack. I did look at the Hellcats. I really did not want to stretch the budget for a Hellcat. I don't think they're worth that kind of money. They're cool and they're fast and all that, but I just think they cost too much. So I was looking at a Scat Pack, even though I think those cost too much, especially once COVID hit. But I was looking at one of those, and I'm leaning towards it. I was checking them out really heavy. The one thing I didn't like about the Scat Pack or the Hellcat, a lot of the challenges, you got a lot of plastic inside on the dashboard. I don't like the way the interior is set up in them. So that was the one thing that was keeping me away from it, was the dashboard being plastic. It just looks horrible. So I looked at the F-Type. The F-Type I couldn't really fit in like I wanted to, and I knew it kind of before sitting in the car that I couldn't really fit in it just by the way it looked, and the fact that there's no back seat, there's no bench seat in the back, so there's like no space behind the seats. So I know with my legs, it's gonna be a problem. Even in the Granturismo, you guys can see, I'll show you guys me in the car. Okay, so that's my foot on the gas, and my left foot over by the side, but and I drive with one foot, back and forth. So this is how it is for me. So in most cars